Ever wonder how some graphic designers, art directors and creative directors can transform the ordinary into something magical? What if I told you creativity isn't just a talent? It's a unique way of seeing the world. Today we're diving into the secrets of the way the mind works of a creative, innovative designer. From discovering inspiration in everyday objects to turning design challenges into exciting opportunities. And by the end of this video, you'll have all the knowledge and actionable tips to transform yourself into a creative thinker and be one of the best designers that you can be. Are you ready to see the world through a creative's lens? Let's get into it. Welcome my creative friend. Now today's video is going to be split into two sections. First we're going to go into the traits that make a designer creative, and in the second part of the video we're going to go over some tips that's going to help you unlock your creative potential. But before we get into those traits, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's going to help me out, it's going to help you out in the long term because I'll be able to do some more content. With that out of the way, we first need to go into what is creativity. Creativity, especially in the graphic design world, isn't just about mastering a piece of software like Adobe Illustrator or InDesign or Photoshop, or maybe you're like a Blender expert that makes the coolest 3D posters of all time. And it's not even just about having an eye for aesthetics. In reality, it's just a mindset and a unique way of seeing the world. Graphic designers that are considered creative designers or art directors in some companies have an incredible way of transforming ideas into visual stories. They do this by spotting opportunities where others see obstacles and find inspiration in their everyday, and then turn that inspiration into something real and tangible that can be shared with everyone. A great summary for creativity is that it is a characteristic of a person to generate new ideas, alternative solutions and possibilities in a unique and different way. Creativity is the ability to conceive something unpredictable, original and unique. It must be expressive, exciting and imaginative. Okay, the first trait that I think is super important and basically lays the foundation for anyone creative is a creative mindset. To kind of understand a creative mindset, I kind of take that away and simplify it to just curiosity. Now, creative designers, they thrive on curiosity. Imagine walking through a city and seeing all the shapes and colors and then seeing how they interact. And then thinking, okay, I'm going to grab all these elements and how can I put this all into one design? And that's exactly what creative designers do. They approach projects with a childlike wonder, constantly asking questions and exploring new visual styles over and over again until they find something that they really enjoy. Take it back to when you were a child and you used to ask so many questions of why is this like this and why is this like that? I think this is the best trait a designer can add to their arsenal, because what this will do is help you get deeper into briefs, deeper into projects, and really understand and find the problem that you're trying to solve. And being curious is going to help you explore way more design styles, way more directions in your projects, and really get the best out of you as a designer. And on top of this, being creative and curious leads to taking some risks in your design projects, knowing that each trial and error is going to lead to, at some point, a breakthrough moment. For example, you could be looking through tons and tons of colors, but eventually while you're exploring and seeing what works, eventually you'll get to a point where a color palette just clicks and you're like, wow, I've discovered it. It's like a eureka moment. And that's exactly what curiosity will bring. Being creative and curious means taking risks and knowing that trial and error is going to lead to a breakthrough moment at some point in your design work. In the simplest ways I can put this is, imagine finding the perfect color palette for your project. But you're only really going to get to this by loads of exploration and trial and error. But that's exactly what a creative mindset, or a curious mindset, as I like to call it, will get you. Now, the second trait is something that I think we all struggle with sometimes when we're in a rush and we don't really concentrate much, but it is the power of observation. From my experience, the best and most creative designers are keen observers of their environment. They may find inspiration in the texture of a brick wall, or the way shadows cast by a tree can create an interesting composition. For example, think about how you can draw inspiration from nature's color scheme or architectural elements, and then combining these to create a striking logo. To implement this trait, I think it's quite simple. All we really need to do is take in the beauty that's around us and live in the moment. And as designers, we usually have our heads buried in a screen some way or another, whether it's in a laptop or whether it's in a phone. And it'd be great if we could take our heads out of the screens and potentially get some inspiration from a leaf or the textures in wood, or even into something more modern, like go to a museum and see what's around and get inspired by the art and see the texture within that, and then just see what made other things beautiful, and then see how you can implement that into your design work. Now, the third trait that I think is really, really important, and I think really creative people thrive in, is embracing the grey area. And now when I say the grey area, I really just mean uncertainty. And creative people embrace and love the uncertainty in projects. And the reason why I say this is because the grey area is somewhere where ideas can be fluid and be ever changing. And if you're a designer, you'll know exactly what I mean when I say all projects are quite uncertain when developing a concept. So instead of thinking of a project as black and white and these are the only two directions we can go, embrace the idea that new options, new ideas can come in and really take over this project. And because of this uncertainty, embracing the grey area is essential. You got to think of it this way, like you can't just see any project through just one lens. You have to see it through multiple, and it can never be black and white. You can simply think of it as a designer reworking a campaign, and they try multiple options before they land on their final designs. And you got to remember, each of these missteps that are not black and white, but actually within the grey area, are just stepping stones to something that's going to lead to a truly amazing design or project. Another trait that truly creative people have is as simple as connecting the dots. One of the most remarkable traits of any creative, or most graphic designers to be honest, is their ability to connect unrelatable things and make a design out of it. And the most creative are able to spot patterns and relationships within items that lead to really innovative design work. Like a great example of this could be, let's just say a designer uses some old historic typography and then connects it with modern minimalism to create something really impactful and truly unique. This type of thinking allows you to create some amazing original work and lets you stand out from the current trends and the crowded market that we have to compete with every day. Now that we've gone through the traits of a creative person that I personally think are really important to any designer, let's go into some practical tips that you can implement that will boost your creativity. Practical tip number one, as simple as it is, create a visual journal. Now you can think of this as like a personal inspiration treasure chest for any designer. You can think of this as a visual treasure chest that you just store all your inspiration in. And the funny thing about this is so easy. You can start by doing anything by collecting the best things that you see on a day-to-day basis, whether it's from a magazine or whether it's on Instagram or Pinterest. Like you can use a notepad, you can use your phone, wherever it is, it's so easy to do. Just have the mindset of when inspiration strikes, you decide to sketch something out, jot down ideas, or potentially save it on Pinterest. Basically, whenever inspiration strikes, add it to your visual journal, and this is going to help you out so much in the long run. Tip number two, network with fellow creatives. Surround yourself with other creative minds could be exactly what you need to just boost your creativity. It's funny, I found a stat online that said the people you spend time with can determine 95% of your success or failure in life. And depending on how true this is, this probably means the more creatives you spend time with, the more creative you will get. And this makes sense because the more ideas you bounce off someone and the more ideas you get, you'll be able to elevate your thinking to a whole new level. And networking with fellow creatives could be as easy as joining a local design meetup or online forums, or potentially joining a group on social media where designers share their work and ideas. Tip number three that I cannot exaggerate enough, and I really think you should pay attention to this one more than any of the others, is schedule some creative time for yourself. Now within this time, explore exactly what you want to work on, whether it's a personal project or a piece of software you want to learn. It's really about just embracing anything creative that you want to do, something that you don't get to do in your day-to-day job. This could be like exploring illustration styles or making something with your bare hands. Like anything is off the table or on the table.
I'm confused, very confused.
I don't really know, but basically you can do whatever you want. This lets you reach the areas of your brain that are probably kind of dormant through your day-to-day job, that let you explore different areas of creativity and will release new ideas as you continue to do this. And within this scheduled creative time, you're investing in yourself, which is going to elevate you as a designer, and it's going to help you become a better designer, maybe start freelancing, and one day potentially own your own company. Tip number four is allow time for exploration. Now, we all know this, but some of the best ideas come from absolutely nowhere. It's never planned. Like you could be in the shower and you just go, hold up, that's amazing, let me do this. And you probably forget by the time you get out of the shower. But one of the biggest tips I give to people in my team or people I've worked with in the past is literally step away from the screen and go for a walk and go for a wander, go and eat something nice and just see what can inspire you in your day-to-day. I would even go to the extreme of saying set aside a no design day and try other creative things that you want to do, whether it's activities like painting, photography, or some type of handmade craft. You'll be amazed how these experiences can give you a new outlook and really inspire your design work to give you fresh ideas. And the fifth tip is challenge yourself with constraints. Now this probably sounds counterproductive because why would you want to have constraints? Creativity is endless, right? But actually embracing limitations may actually boost your creativity. For example, maybe challenge yourself to design a poster using only 3 colors. Now you're probably thinking, but hey, what if 5 colors works better? But having this challenge is actually going to help you think outside the box and help you come to a solution that you otherwise would not have expected. Just to summarize this, creativity is not something that everyone is born with, but everyone can develop if they set the right environment for themselves. By embracing curiosity and navigating uncertainty and trusting your instincts, you can unlock your creative potential as well. The main takeaway I want you to have from this is you can build your own creative world and you can be more creative than anyone every single day if you just implement these simple tips into your day-to-day life. And yes, I did say anyone, because why should your creativity have any boundaries? Now, if this video helped you in any way, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Maybe this one here. See you then. Bye.